On this episode of the Carolina Sports Guy, kind of want to go in, folks, and examine what the hell is going on with the Charlotte Hornets. Why are we floundering? What can we do to change things? Before we get into today's content, make sure you subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. Pound that like button, hit that bell notification to be notified of future videos like this on the Charlotte Hornets. Hey, and by all means, folks, leave me some comments. I love the dialogue. All right, folks. Kind of looking at things, I just kind of wanted to bring up a quick video. The Hornets have been a little hard to watch lately. Now, I really think the key number one area, and I hate to say it, and I've mentioned it before, but I think it's blatantly obvious. Rozier, James Barago, whatever you want to call it, whatever his name is, the head coach, I think he's got to go. I think he's kind of lost the team. James Bouknight, you know, he's a rookie, he's young. I have no problem with him going down, but there's some frustration there. We've got some nice young players, but there's a few things that we need on this team we can't afford to lose. Number one, LaMelo Ball. You know, I know he's still learning. He's got some potential and what we have in him, but he can be a superstar. This franchise, Michael Jordan, to save it, to make it worthwhile, to actually, where it parted earlier in the year, we could have been a top 4 seed and making noise in the Eastern Conference. It doesn't look that way now. We've got to keep LaMelo Ball. Number 2, Miles Bridges. Hey, he's coming up on free agency. We got to throw the bag at him, let him have it. Those are 2 guys we just cannot afford to lose. Miles Bridges is far too important. Now, 2 other pieces I like to keep, I think are very crucial. Terry Rozier. Terry Rozier, when he's on, he's on. He scores. I think if you're going to have a scorer, a sniper, no better person to get than Terry Rozier. And really, the man coming off the bench, who I think has really earned his contract, and you got to give Mitch Kupchak and Michael Jordan a lot of credit for bringing him in. Kelly Oubre Jr. has played outstanding ball. Yeah, there's been a couple of times he's drifted, but for the most part, he's really done a significant job, and that's somebody you want to keep. Now, I'm not saying we need to get rid of everybody else on the team, no. But Rozier's got to go. The head coach we got to find somebody who can coach these guys up. Now, I hate to say it, but I think it's time maybe to move on from Gordon Hayward. And it's not that he's a bad player, but the injuries, the money we're paying him, I just don't, you know, when he's on and we're on, it's great. But far more than not with injuries and when he has a bad game or things are off, it's just killing this team. Now, another thing, P.J. Washington, you know, at times he's played well. I just don't think it's good enough. I think if we're going to make some significant moves, there's 3 or 4 people we got to stick with. And like I said, that's LaMelo Ball, Miles Bridges, 1 and 2. You throw in Terry Rozier and Kelly Oubre Jr. Now, does that mean that we got to get rid of Cody Martin? Not necessarily. J.T. Thor up and coming? Yeah, sure. I like the signing of Isaiah Thomas was good, but that's just something that you throw in to help out, to help the guys grow and give them some minutes. Now, I also do like the trade deadline where Montrezl Harrell was brought in from Washington. I thought that was a very good pick. I like it actually better than the Plumlee guy we have. I'm not saying Plumlee's a bad addition. It's probably an upgrade over what we had with Cody Zeller, but I'm just saying, you know, Montrezl Harrell has been worth it. I think it's somebody we can hold on to. But we've got to find another piece or 2. We've got to find another transition guard. We've got to find another scorer. We've got to have another forward down a wing that can really light it up. So I'm a little disappointed because right now the Hornets are floundering. They might not even make the play-in games, and that's sad because they start out so well, and you think they've turned the corner. And Mitch Kupchak's got them playing right. You know, with the Panthers floundering right now, the Hurricanes are taking off and doing well, 4 or 5 years down the playoffs, with their soccer team, all the buzz. Charlotte has got to do something with these Hornets. We've got to get them back and winning like they were a long time ago. But they've got to get out of this dead space of being a non-playoff team. They've got more talent than they're using. And they can do better in the win-loss department than what they're showing. And they've got to get a coach in there that can do the job. And they've got to find the right couple of players that will make a difference in getting this franchise another dozen or so wins to get us in the top 5 or 6 in the East and contending and winning a series or two. So what do you folks think about today's video? What do you think the Hornets need to do to contend? Leave me some comments. I love the dialogue. Hit that bell notification to be notified of future videos like this on the Hornets. And by all means, folks, subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. I will see you next time on another episode of Carolina Sports Guy.